Kathryn Dunn Show.
It's that time she'll make us laugh again. See how our plans have been. Another week's gone by. So settle in to hear our thoughts and views. Only the ones we choose on the Kathryn Dunn Show.
What we got here, a podcast. Blimey.
This is the Kathryn Dunn Show. The thoughts and opinions expressed on the TKDS are not necessarily those of TKDS. They may not even be the opinions of the people expressing them. We just say shit. Everything we say is true, but we do not fact check. Do your own fact checking. This
Bitch.
episode is 73, September 10th, 2023. I'm Bo, and please welcome Kathryn Dunn.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. This episode is 73, and it is 9/10 of 23. Welcome. Today we have my mom. Hi, Mom. Welcome. We also have Nick Stevens, Eric Prater, Matt Gabatzi, and of course, Bull is with us. And always, we've got Tucker here, and we've also got Kitty, but I don't know if she's ready to be on camera. So, hello, everybody.
Hey Tucker, what's up?
Oh,
Hey.
hello there, Tucker. How are you today?
Hey,
well,
Tucker,
yeah.
you're a football fan.
No,
You're not a football fan.
no, Jets.
What? No.
When you're a Jet, you're a Jet all the way.
See, I didn't even raise her right. Giants.
Well, then it's the
Also
Giants.
wrong. Also
Okay,
wrong, but
bye.
my slide because you're in Greece, Lucy.
Yeah, I forgot. I knew it was a New York team, and you're right. It's very much like Jets and Giants. It's a divided family. I'm pretty sure.
There's the Jets, the Giants, the Bills.
No Bills.
The Bills.
Patriots.
Bills.
Is Bills a New York thing too?
Yes.
Buffalo.
that's-
I know. Of course I know. I know sports. I know. Ask me anything about a sports. I'll answer it. I'll know it.
Anything?
Yeah, go.
Who won the Super Bowl? And who was the first team to make it to the playoffs undefeated in 1973?
Obviously, it was the Jets, Giants, the Steelers,
No.
Packers, the Rams, the
More
Nightingales,
South.
the Dolphins.
Yes.
It was actually the Dolphins.
Yeah.
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 Told you I know everything about sports. All right, guys, now let's do this next thing.
Whine and Whisper Light ASMR.
Or you get to guess what I'm drinking based on how it sounds.
Oh my God, I hate it when people complain. Oh.
I will say that they, you know, there's the correct amount of water in it today.
Did you guys know that in 1974, Dan Marino from the Miami Dolphins broke the record for the most records broken by any single player in the NFL?
No, and I do
the summer
not
is
care.
supposed to be the rainy season in Florida, but it really didn't rain that much. Way to go, Florida.
Oh, talk about rain. Do you understand there was so much rain here in Greece, like a couple of days ago, that people, not only it was flooding, but there were people on a main street that got sucked in like a river.
Oh,
What?
wow.
On a main street in front of the embassy in Athens, people were floating like a river.
There's a song where they say
People
something
had to
like a
grab-
river.
People
Yeah.
had to grab them off the because they were going to be drowned.
I was
The
just thinking of
subway
that.
station, the subway station was more than knee deep in water.
And there are people
Almost
there like it was shut
You
down.
couldn't go shut down.
That's insane. How is your house? Because you had a little bit of something.
I had a flood in my living room
Oh.
Oh, that's insane.
coming from the ceiling, from the air conditioning.
Oh wow.
Because the guy who did the installation didn't seal it correctly. Right in.
Mm.
When did he do it?
He did it in the summer. It was so hot, but he didn't seal it correctly. He basically didn't seal it.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
That's why I don't want you doing anything to the house because I don't trust anyone.
No,
Like,
no,
they're
no.
all idiots and assholes.
No. They're. I'm fine.
Oh, are we at least 30 seconds in? Okay, good. Because we can't curse within the first 30 seconds.
Really?
Where's that written?
I think so. No,
Is that-
I don't know. YouTube
that-
doesn't like it, but it doesn't
For-
matter because we're more than 30 seconds in. So,
Well,
So
I
fuck
mean,
that
no.
rule.
Keep moving, keep rolling, keep rolling.
Yeah.
That's only if you're trying to like if you want the video monetized, then you're not supposed to. Yeah, but I mean, you can basically do whatever. I mean, cursing is what I mean. You can basically do that at any point. If you know you don't.
If it just kind of clips out.
Yeah. Hey,
like
Katie.
like they can't. I mean, well, they can. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure they could if they wanted to, but definitely the monetization thing is the thing. Oh, hello.
Yes, come here, baby boy. You
Oh,
might be
hey. Hey, kitty.
This is
Oh,
right.
it's beautiful. It's a he, right?
Lower your camera or raise your cat.
There's
Hey,
there's
your cat.
there's a
Now,
little
come
bit
on,
of an
come on,
echo like
hey.
last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sent you a message like
Right.
minutes ago.
Oh.
It's like, put me in the F down right now.
No, right? That's the look he's got. I got one here on my left hand, and just pet me, just pet me.
Did I fix it?
Yeah.
And I got
Okay,
the other
cool.
one. Don't grab me again and put me in a bag.
Sounds like you.
All right. Well, if anybody wants to show their cats, I'm here for it. In the meantime,
oh, actually, I can show my kitty.
Actually, I can show my kitty. Here she is.
Oh,
She's
I
so
dropped my
cute.
thing.
Oh, I dropped my thing.
Look at that.
Look at
There
that
she-
cat. Look at her.
Baby, look here. Look here.
Hold on,
Hold on, let me spotlight you, Katie.
Right now, Nick is spotlighted.
Oh my.
Look at this. Look at this. Over here. Over here. She won't look at the camera.
Oh, she's a diva.
She just wants to be pet.
Oh my goodness, I love Deva.
All
All right, guys, we're just gonna do this. It's time for Tattletales. You wanna know why it's time for Tattletales?
Because the
Because the animals have arrived and they want us to talk about them. And I don't blame them. They're so perfect. Let's talk about them.
All
right, how are our animals this
You
week?
got that show. You
I think that the echo is still going on.
Is it everybody or just me?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
No, it's the whole show.
It's the whole show, yeah.
show.
I'm
Same thing.
watching it
I
right now.
messaged you minutes ago about it.
I don't see messages when I'm rolling, but thank you.
Okay, where do you want me to send them?
I have no idea. I really don't.
Okay, well,
I didn't see it.
Children,
It was-
you have to go to Brooklyn and celebrate.
Yes, come.
Like it was last week is how it sounds.
Okay, well, tell me if this is any better. Or is it worse? It's gonna take a minute for it to whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on time delay.
Yeah, is that better or worse?
Because it
Could be the same.
Hey, people who are watching, I hope you enjoy our sound check. we planned this. This is on purpose.
We are not professional podcasters and streamers.
So bad.
We got that from many.
Wait. No, still the same.
All right, I'm sorry, Kitty. I must move you.
We're in space.
I'll give the audience a topic to discuss while we're working. On this.
Discuss.
Duran is neither a Duran nor a Duran. Discuss.
Are you a club to do?
What is a Duran? What is a Duran?
You know that.
I have absolutely no idea what to do. I don't know.
I guess we're
I
just
don't
gonna
even have a
be.
theory. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend it's not a problem, and then we're gonna figure it out later.
But
But yeah, definitely like my mom is doing, use it to your advantage. I
I
have a cat here, and that's what we're talking about. We were talking about our animals. Trixie peed on me today before the show. Isn't that nice of her?
You?
On me.
Oh.
Oh, don't owe it. We now have a poncho, and I wear Crocs when I walk her. Just so you know where we're at with Trixie peeing on me.
Well, explain so they know exactly
What is there to
why
explain?
all of that. Well, do you think they know what you're talking about?
I think so. I think people who watch and listen to the show know that my poor pooch has some situation that makes everything terrible.
Yes.
Ask one of the guests, why do you wear a poncho?
Does anybody know why I wear a poncho and Crocs when I walk my dog?
Because someone might put Thai food on you.
That's a very good idea. It's a very good guess, rather.
Because she has.
I thought so. Thought so.
Because we all
Well,
know
just
that,
because.
and nothing looks better on a
My
woman
brain.
than poncho and Crocs.
No, but because she has mobility
In my
issues.
brain, or you might get pissed on.
Yes, my mother knows, and I'm sure the people who watch and listen to our show every week know that it is because my dog now has no. She's like unable to send signals to the back of her
She has
dog.
a nerve
Wait,
ending.
Yeah.
She has. Isn't she like? Doesn't she use like a walker or like a wheel thing?
She does need a
She
wheel
does.
thing. I can tell you the company that I recommend against entirely, and that's as far as I got with it. And the sad thing is they have really good reviews, terrible customer service, and I hate them. So she also needs to go to a vet so that we can talk to them
Carry
about
cat.
her mobility.
She
What?
has to carry the dog down the stairs, close
The
to the
Trix.
body.
She's the
There's
Trix.
some
She's not the
cheese.
dog.
That's why.
Go on. What's your problem?
Oh, that's.
She can't go down the stairs.
Yeah, she can't go
She
down,
get
she can't
enough
go up,
stairs.
and she can't send signals from the front to the back. So she has no real control of her back legs. It's like a boat without someone manning the rudder or something like that. And
So she can go to the bathroom anytime.
pretty much, yeah. So at this point, she used to tell us when she needed to go to the bathroom. She was a very good girl. Now we just need to keep her on schedule and take her when we think she needs to go. And sometimes we're wrong, and I wind up aiming a dog down the stairs, kind of. Other times it's just on me. One time, I really. My neighbors were sitting on the stoop, and I was like, Trixie, if it was ever your time to shine, it's now. And she didn't do it. I was so disappointed. I was like, we could have really made a statement, miss.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
It would have been amazing. No, it would have been chef's kiss.
Well, I mean, it's one
Would
thing
not
to
have
piss off your neighbors. It's another thing to piss on your neighbors.
On your
When they
neighbors.
deserve it, it's appropriate. Just trust. Like, please sue me. I'll counter.
You wouldn't have a counter to have them.
You don't even know. They owe me a laptop. I promise you, I'd have a countersuit. For what? Shoes? Anyway.
Okay, so what are you going to aim Trixie at next? Like, what are things that you want to aim Trixie at?
I can tell you where I did not want to aim her this way today, and this is completely changing gears. Across the street when we were walking her, we saw a person who was deceased, appeared deceased. I looked, wasn't breathing. He looked, wasn't breathing. Same position, very awkward position, very much a dead position. And then he was like, call 911. And I'm like, I'm not calling 911 because if somebody placed him there, because he looked placed, he didn't look like he just fell after he died, like he looked like he was placed there. I don't want them to see me knowing anything. So I just like got on my phone and I texted once again 911 to let them know that this was going on. And then they were like, yeah, just do chest compressions. And I'm like, oh no. And they're like, Ed, you have to count like this and do this. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not comfortable doing any of this. I'm not touching this person because one, if they're dead, I'm not touching them. And two, if they're not dead, I'm not touching them. And I know that that's terrible, but can you just come fast so that, a group of professionals in uniform do all that? And they did. They came pretty quick, actually. I've never seen them come that fast. Like there was a masturbator by a tree and they didn't come that fast. He did. They did not. But this time, Yes. But this time, thank you.
Oh.
They actually came when you called them, which was interesting to see. Glad to see it. And he was fine. He was alive. He
Oh, that's
went
good.
and then urinated on a car and or a fire hydrant. I can't tell what he was urinating on or what he wasn't urinating on, or if he was urinating at all. But he definitely was gesturing it. And then he got taken away in an ambulance. And then I felt so bad because I ruined his morning, like ruined his morning. And I don't know what kind of bill he's gonna have, from all this. I hope he has good insurance. I apologize,
Uh-huh.
but also I
It
genuinely thought he was dead.
$1 million.
It
They're not
literally
gonna
will.
pay any of it.
What?
Not gonna pay any of it.
I hope not.
I
Gonna go
I
to
hope
city
so.
because he was taken off the street and he's gonna walk out.
Okay. Well, hopefully everything's all right. He's already like rehydrated and good to go. And I apologize. I genuinely thought he was dead, and I thought I was like helping. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. But yeah, he legitimately looked dead. We did look multiple times. Bull even went close to see if he was breathing. Kind of a situation. Yeah, so that was my morning with Bull and Trixie. And then today she peed on me. It's my fault because I didn't take her out at 11. We discussed that we should add a pee in between her two pees, and we didn't do it. So it's my own fault that I got a golden shower before the show. And I'm wearing my pareo because I couldn't put clothes on because everything was so sticky. Not pee sticky. I went in the shower sticky, but still, I just felt too like meh. So I'm wearing a pareo.
Do they make dog diapers or dog ponchos?
Yeah,
do.
my dog is a between size kind of girl. So the problem with the larger diapers is they don't fit, and I haven't tried the smaller diapers, but they go right up to just under her weight. So I'm gonna have to try the size down and see what happens, but they'd fall right off. Unless you get a little suspender action going, I don't know how to keep the diapers on her. And she's not having house accidents anymore, so that's a huge deal. We were able to put her lining back on her bed, so that made me very happy that she's able to sit on that. But we do have the inside cushion covered in 2 recycling bags and taped because we read bad reviews on the liners, so it's like, why bother getting a liner when you can just do something, fast and whatever. Like, they're just bad reviews on the liners, like whatever. It made more sense to do that. It seems like it would even be more durable to use garbage bags than to use the $10 per bed liners.
What does she is she just getting old, or does she have a condition? Did she have an accident?
It's
Well,
both. No, I don't think
Oh.
she had an accident that I know of. But yeah, we did slip on ice once. So who knows?
Trixie used to go up and down the stairs like a gazillion times a day because she would chase her ball. So she's done all the stairs she can do in a lifetime.
I now regret that because I thought it was a good idea at the time, and now I feel like a complete idiot. And this is why I'm so sad for people who have children young, because you definitely don't know anything. Have children before you have children, so you know what to do. I don't even know. I feel bad for the oldest child. I don't know what to say. Like, I did not know what I was doing. And I feel so like it's not something. So what she has doesn't come from that. I think it's like more of a genetic thing than like an accident happened and now she has this. But I still regret that. I thought she liked it, and I thought it was fun
But
for
going
her.
up and down the stairs, she loved it.
She loved it.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely
dogs
loved
love
it.
running around.
Yeah, but I
So
wonder
she
now.
could chase her ball up and down the stairs.
Yeah, it was
She
amazing.
wanted you to throw it a certain way so she can go get it. And if you
Yeah.
didn't, and the ball stayed at the top, she would push it down. So she
Okay.
could.
I do feel better now that
really-
you're reminding me of those details because I felt so bad that I let her do
I
that.
think Trixie is going to listen to Bruce Springsteen's Glory Days and just look at the staircase and think of those glory days when she ran up and down the staircase.
Why are you making me cry?
It was the
Go on.
ball. She wanted to
Yeah.
chase the ball. She loved the ball.
Hey,
You
wait,
know,
so maybe the
I knew
ball
Trixie was in trouble when I saw her sitting and the ball would go in front of her and she'd look at it like, oh, that thing. It's like, oh, she's not okay.
Oh no.
I like to film my little cat Carrot playing with the blue pen that we have. That's like her favorite thing in the world. Just a little blue pen that she'll be like, this is my squishy, and she'll just shake it all around the house, and you're like, it's a fucking 50-cent big.
Yeah. Yeah, the same here. Like my cat, one of my cats, he'll like I buy him like there's like these little miniature or mice, and I mean he likes them, but he's not like he's more interested in like like you said, pens, or if I have sheets of paper sitting around, he'll be more interested in that kind of stuff than the actual toys that I buy him. I'm like,
They love hair ties.
well, I don't have any of those.
Oh, you've got long hair.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no time.
You have
Well,
better
I
hair than
mean,
I do.
when it gets longer, I do plan on using ties, but I don't have any right now. But
Your cat will love it.
yeah, but like I said, I mean, yeah, he just so I guess there's really no point in buying him toys because he'll just entertain himself with whatever he finds around the house.
Just go to like an office superstore, buy a bag of like 24 bigs.
Oh, I've done that. I mean, not recently. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Keep them in a drawer.
yeah.
I mean, if we brought like one of our pets to an Office Depot, I mean, that would be like heaven for, for the animal. It'd be
Probably
like,
for
oh
my
my
cat
God.
it would. For my cat it would be.
They wouldn't know what to do.
Alright, so this is our meetup plan. We're gonna go meet up in New York.
Mm.
We're gonna take all. I'm gonna bring Carrot. Kathryn will bring her cat,
Tony.
Tony. Kabazi will bring Mitzi. And what is your cat's name, Eric?
Wilson.
And
Wilson.
Wilson, and we just let them loose at Home Depot, at Office Depot, 15-20 minutes before they close. And before that, we'll go walk around the store just opening pen wrappers and dropping them all over the place.
I don't even know if like they would even let us in with pets. Like we have to sneak them in somehow.
Not
Oh,
unless
I'm
it's
pretty
service
sure
dog.
they would look at us and they'd be like, oh no, we've seen this before. Oh no.
You
Yeah,
could
we
say
know
it's
what
your
he-
emotional support animal, but it has to be true.
No, it can't be an emotional support animal anymore. Now only service dogs are allowed places.
No, it's still emotional support animal.
Well, I thought only dogs could be. I
You
didn't
have
know
to have
that.
documentation though,
I didn't know that cats.
that they're
could
not
be.
allowed to ask you for.
Well, look, I'll take that back. Cats can be emotional support animals, but you can't
Not service
bring
They're
them
not
into.
animals.
But you can't bring them into businesses. Like you
Cat
can.
could never be a service animal.
What is
No, it's different. Like they could be a service animal, but they could be an emotional support animal, which is different.
Absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
so you could still bring them places as long as you have like paperwork that proves that they are that, but then nobody's allowed to ask.
Like for example,
They passed a new something, I want to say one of the airlines, is you could only go on board or something else with service dogs, not emotional support animals.
yeah,
Only service animals, and in certain places that we're allowing animals, no more. It's only service animals.
yeah. Like
But
for
I don't
example,
remember where.
one of my because I can't do both of. I have two cats, and I don't know. There's some rule saying that you can only register one. So one of my cats is actually a registered emotional support animal, but I can't like say for example, if I wanted to take him on a plane or whatever, I can't do that because he's not a service animal. He's just because I have like okay, for example, or not for example, but the reasoning that I have one of my pets as an emotional support animal is because I have depression and anxiety. I have like very bad like social anxiety, and so that is the reason that I was able to register one of my cats as an emotional support, but I can't register like from what they told me, only dogs can be registered as service animals. But maybe it's different in different states or whatever. But that's what I was told. As far as my cat being like either one of my cats could not be registered as
Well,
a service animal.
your cat can't be a service animal because cats can't be trained.
Yeah.
But you can bring
Yeah,
a
they
cat on
can.
a, but you can bring a
sense.
cat on a plane.
No, they can't.
Yes, you
They
can.
can be emotional support, but they cannot be trained.
No, Catherine.
I know
but if
somebody
you-
that trained a cat to do some things. It's not
To
like
do
impossible.
something, but the cat isn't gonna be there if you have like an epileptic seizure and sit on you so you don't have it. They can't do the guiding, they can't do any of that.
This one will. She will sit on you if you
Sure.
have a seizure. She'll sit on you if you're busy working.
Yeah.
She'll sit
Now-
on you no matter what.
Now, what a cat will do is they'll lick a partner that might have cancer.
That
That
happened,
happened,
right?
but you're allowed to bring a cat on a plane.
That's different. That's emotional support, or it's an animal that you pay for in the cabin.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, like you were, I don't know who said it, but I just overheard something about them like something to do with cats and cancer. Like
Yes.
I heard that before. Like
When you're sick, like for example, I remember years ago, I was terribly ill. And first of all, whenever I'm sick or not well, especially my red one, my carrot, his name is Joey. He doesn't leave my side ever. But when I was sick, he was on top of me the whole time.
yeah.
Would not leave. I remember when I was pregnant with Kathryn, we had a cat, we called her Mommy, and she used to sit on my belly and just kind of purr and move her finger or move her paws to wherever I had discomfort or something until Kathryn would rumble or whatever. She was in my womb, but anyway.
And then she quatched me when I was alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
She did.
but I've actually heard stories about like cats being
They go there.
in rest homes.
And they lick it, or dogs will do it too.
Yeah, like cats
They'll lick a certain place, like your leg, your this, your that. They lick it because they want it to go away. And people have found that, oh my God, look at it, you've got a tumor there, you've got whatever there.
But yeah, I mean, I've heard stories about like cats, like just like living or hanging out in like rest homes, and
yes.
For example, like if a cat would go lay with a certain patient, that patient would soon after pass away. I've heard stories about that. Yeah.
What you're telling us, Eric, is that cats are harbingers of death?
Yeah.
No.
Or murderers.
It's like they can sense.
No, that's what I heard.
No, I mean it's like they can. I don't know what it is. I mean, I just know that that's what like. I've actually heard stories about cats living in nursing homes or rest homes and doing that, like going to
people to die.
Because they need you. They're going to you because they know that you need them.
Or they're murdering people.
I mean, I don't know the exact reason. I mean,
maybe they're smothering people. No, I'm kidding. They're angels. You're a sweetheart, Tony. I'm not talking about you.
The planes that I like to go on are the planes where cats are the pilots. I really feel safe.
All right, that sounds like a really good transition into this next bit. It is Are You Aware? And most importantly, do you care?
No, I don't care. I don't.
Oh, Nick, you're a monster. Did you listen to last week's episode to find out whether we were correct or wrong or not?
No, I did not hear last week.
You're a monster. You are not aware of what we said, and you do not care. I get it. All right. So, are you aware and do you care that there was a passenger on a plane from, I believe, Atlanta to maybe Spain who had a diarrhea incident that caused the entire plane to land in what I want to say was Delaware, but I could be wrong, because of a diarrhea incident that was counted as considered a biohazard.
Oh my God. Wow. Imagine.
Y'all don't know about this?
That's
horrible. That poor person.
There should be a limit on how many burritos you can eat before you go on a plane.
Oh God, could you imagine the embarrassment and the smell?
No. I saw the pictures and I held my nose.
It was more than that. It was a trail down the aisleway with paper towels. He just It dripped all the way down the aisle.
Oh, I
to the
don't think it
bathroom.
dripped so much as explosived.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, can you imagine?
No.
I wonder if it was just an accident or if he had like a stomach bug.
Clearly.
You know.
No,
Yeah, it was
it's on
an
purpose. I know what you're
No,
saying, but I just love the idea
no,
that
I
he
mean,
did
I
this
didn't
on
mean on
purpose.
I meant like he couldn't make it, or if he was
Clearly,
sick.
that was the case.
So
I'm sorry.
I think they said it was during the period of
And
time
they-
between like Taxi and
You can
Takeoff.
get up now.
Oh,
You can get up
oh,
now. He was probably
No.
like, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go.
really? So like,
Or he was in
Oh,
the
yeah,
air. It was like
just
that
right
point
after
before.
takeoff.
What?
It was right after takeoff.
Yeah, that was
it
what I was
right.
saying. Before they said take off
Man.
your seatbelts.
So was he?
if it would have just happened just a few
Sarah?
minutes before, they wouldn't have taken off. You know what I'm saying? And the
Oh.
passengers just could have gotten off the plane right there, and I mean, they would have obviously.
Who knows how long they were taxing? Who knows any of that?
Yeah,
All
they
it
sit
happened,
on
this
the.
man couldn't get up. Clearly, it was an accident. He was dying to go.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Sometimes
I
they
think
sit on the tarmac for an
Oh,
hour.
okay. I understand what you're saying because it was
This
yeah,
might-
it was
this might-
during the time when they
This might just
yeah.
this might just be a PR campaign by people that are selling adult diapers.
That's not even
Yes.
funny.
or Pepto Bismol.
Right? Or another airline.
Could you imagine that poor man?
No.
It was a man.
I
Probably
believe
was.
so, but I'm not sure.
That would
Oh,
be
just horrible. Just horrible.
So
just
Nick,
horrible.
are you aware and do you care?
He wasn't.
And yeah, it's the shits for that guy. I mean,
Okay, thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
Hey, are you aware that next year is the 40th anniversary of Van Halen's album 1984? And do you care?
yes, I do care. I happen to love that album. I have it on vinyl randomly. Yeah, so I have an extensive vinyl collection.
Well,
So do I.
Okay.
Kind of.
So I have another music-related question. Are you aware that members of Nirvana, Soundgarden, and
they're re-releasing an album.
one other, I can't remember the other band, but certain member there are certain members of all three of those bands that have came together and formed a super group called Third Secret.
Oh yeah, is the third secret that they murdered Kurt Cobain?
You had to go there. You had to
Cornell.
go.
Chris
Look,
Cornell, I think, was one of them.
Chris Cornell, he passed away.
Yeah.
But so Chris Novoselic, which is he was the bassist in Nirvana. He's one of the members.
Right. So
and-
it would have been there would have been Nirvana, Soundgarden, and Foo Fighters, I guess.
Audio Slave.
I don't know. I want to say it was Mudhoney. It was it was like a band that was formed pre Pearl Jam, because Mudhoney, they I think their vocalist passed away, I think it was. So whenever that had happened, they went looking for a new vocalist, and they found Eddie Vedder, and they changed their name from Mudhoney, or actually they had gotten new members came and went. Like they had a different lineup of members by that time. But
Short questions, please.
I don't think Mudhoney is what became Pearl Jam. Is that what you're saying?
I think it was.
I know Pearl
certain-
Jam was something else before it was Pearl Jam. I think
It was Mookie Blaylock.
there. Okay, that sounds true. 'Cause
But
I don't know what that is.
it wasn't every single member of Mudhoney. It was just certain members of Mudhoney, because Mudhoney had broken up after their vocalist passed away, and so the remaining members, or some members of Mudhoney, joined
My God.
or found other musicians, and they formed this new band. They were looking
Yeah.
for looking for
Matt's got it.
vocalists.
Let's hear it.
Some of the people in the band are Chris Novoselic, drummer Matt Cameron, Soundgarden guitarist Kim Thayil,
Yeah.
So yeah, are you aware of that, and do you care?
Not really. And no.
All right. Are you aware and do you care that there was a situation at? Did we do this? Diplo, Chris Rock, and
Yeah.
Burning Man. We did this last week. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Are you aware and do you care that Anthony Hopkins just decided to play piano? And you can see this on TKDS's Are You Aware and Do You Care? In like the middle of a could be hotel.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
I did see that. That's kind of cool.
Are you aware?
He saw it.
And do you
Oh.
care? He said he did care. He wasn't aware. Was he aware?
He said he was aware.
I
Was
saw
Buzzy Buzzy a bear?
I saw the video that you posted on the TKDS Are You Aware and Do You Care thing. And I thought it was cool. I love Anthony Hopkins. Oh, I'm a big fan. Are you guys aware
Ooh.
and care
Whoa, curveball.
that Sheldon Menery, who is the godfather of Magic the Gathering, of one of the Magic the Gathering formats called Commander, lost his fight with cancer 3 days ago and passed away?
I'm not aware, but I do care.
Not aware.
Did you say D&D or did you say Magic? You said Magic.
I said Magic the Gathering.
I don't know the game. I don't know anything about the game, but yeah, obviously I do care because someone
He's
passed
one
away.
of the creators of a very popular format called Commander.
Okay.
And he passed away. He lost his fight with cancer 8 years that had been really well documented on his blog and his podcast. He talked about it a lot of the struggles that he had been going with. And he was, for a long time, he had been saying that he didn't know how long he was going to be with us. And he, from the story goes, the way his wife tell it, they had dinner at their house like they always do. And he went to bed and never woke up.
That is really sad. I mean, that's a way to go. I mean, it's one of the less unpleasant ways to go, but that is devastating nonetheless. I mean, I know knowing makes it easier on those left behind, but not by much at all. I could just say that, like, not knowing and it happening suddenly is just so devastating and crushing, soul crushing, that at least they had warning. It doesn't make it better. It just doesn't make it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're at least in some ways emotionally prepared. I mean, it's still gonna be devastating, but at least you know, at some point it's gonna happen.
And then also there's just this shred of hope that you no longer see them suffering. They're no longer suffering. It's not optimism. It's not not even bittersweet. It's not silver lining. I don't know what it is, but it's just like this little glimmer of like, at least they're not still.
Since he was one of the judges, since he was like the head judge overall, that's how he got his. That's how he made his name in Magic. All the judges who were judging tournaments this weekend were sent black armbands to wear to honor, and they had his name on the armband. And at the tournament that I was playing, the 3 judges were all wearing the black armband.
Oh, as they should be. That's good. I hope there was a moment of
silence. It was a very lovely
Nick.
moment.
Are you aware that WWE wrestler Bray Wyatt recently died at the age of 37? And do you care?
Nope.
You don't care?
Why would I care about WWE?
Because it's a human that died. We're a monster. Are you aware and do you care that Danny Masterson?
Oh.
Yes, I am aware. I saw that, actually.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah. I believe someone and I, if they wish to speak, were discussing it and believe that he's not going to be there that long.
Oh, I agree with that statement.
That's the idea.
Why would he not be there that long? I mean, because he got 30 to life on both counts.
I don't think he's gonna serve it. It's 30 to life. That means in 30 years, when he's 77 or so, that will be the first time he's eligible for a parole hearing.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I thought 30 is minimum.
So yeah,
30 is
to
the
life
minimum.
30 to life on
30
both
is the
counts.
maximum sentence. 30 to life is the maximum sentence. They gave him the maximum sentence, 30-year minimum before he's eligible for a parole hearing. So he's in there for 30 years plus.
You're
Yeah.
saying that I have a different opinion than you?
No, I just didn't know if you wanted me to share that you thought that was going to happen.
That what was okay?
That he might kill
Right.
himself.
Oh, so because he is on suicide watch. Yes.
But
Oh,
we
is
didn't
he?
even know he was on suicide watch when we said
Yeah.
that.
No, but most people like that of
I
high
mean,
caliber are on suicide. Well,
makes
a
sense
lot of
that
people
he
they put
I
on.
mean,
Right, exactly.
makes sense that he would be on suicide. I mean, even though I don't.
Anybody, yeah.
Now, realistically, do you
Long
think
time. People get less for murder.
no
Yeah, they do.
for homicide, for manslaughter, but
Oh yeah, totally. They get
Yeah,
less
they
for
do.
murder.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
well,
totally. Yes, you're exactly right.
They get less. It's unbelievable.
I don't think people get enough time for murder. I think it should be just minimum life for life, unless it was an accident. But it should be life for life.
That's not murder. That's not murder.
Right.
That's manslaughter.
I'm saying.
That's right.
I'm just saying, like blanket statement. I think it should be, if it is in fact you did it, it should be life for life because you've taken a life. It should be a life for a life. I'm not saying death penalty. I'm just saying like you should never be allowed out again. Especially like I don't even think people who attempt it should be allowed out again. Just because you're bad at it this one time doesn't mean that you won't try it again. And you didn't really get in trouble. Like what? But I do believe that rapists should be also in for life because you've taken a life, you've stolen a life, you've stolen somebody's trajectory, and you deserve to fucking
Well,
rot.
yeah. Look, they made an example out of him. 30
And-
freaking years to
Good.
life.
And I hope that Scientology doesn't suicide him and then he becomes like someone
You
else.
know what? Like okay, so before I even knew like about him, or like okay, so whenever all that stuff came up, you know, with the charges and all that, I had like I only knew him through that '70s show, and I had no idea that he was even involved in Scientology and all that stuff. I don't even really, to be honest with you, I don't even know what Scientology really is or what it's about. But I didn't know that he was in it.
Short answer is the cult.
Control.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I heard. But I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, I didn't know anything. Like I didn't even know he was even involved in that kind of stuff. Like I was like really surprised to learn that he was in that. Like I was like, what? You know, but anyway, and also speaking of that, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. So what Danny Masterson's legal team asked a lot of people to do, including them two. They asked
to write like a character witness type thing.
Yeah. They asked a bunch of people to write character statements for Danny Masterson.
It was really for leniency. It was for the judge for leniency.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis basically said, "Fuck no."
No, they didn't.
They did. They both did.
They wrote it.
Oh, they
Said
did.
that,
Yeah.
They said that his mother, his sisters, whatever, asked them to do it. They did it some time ago. They've since apologized for having done that because
they didn't apologize. They said, "Oopsie whoopsie, now we're bad people."
They apologize. Yeah, they
my
I mean,
ass.
it was on their Instagram. It was an apology, but not really. I mean, it was.
Yeah, they don't.
It
wanna
was a
lose
rape
their
apologist
following.
bullshit.
It was like they just did it to save face, I think. You know, but it really wasn't.
Because it didn't go over well. Also, Sharon Osbourne, of all people, is calling him a dastardly little thing for other reasons. Yeah, she's got opinions.
Who cares about Sharon Austin?
I don't.
Or Sharon. Yeah, exactly.
But so you were aware and you do care.
Yeah, I mildly care. I like the '70s show. I listened to his podcast for a little while. It was fine.
I didn't know he had a podcast either.
Are you aware and do you care that Jimmy Fallon?
I'm surprised.
Oh, are you?
I was a bit surprised.
That's cute.
He's just as bad.
What happened?
What was
Jimmy Jimmy Fallon had a toxic workplace environment or something.
Oh, I heard about that.
But like above and
Yeah,
beyond the normal late night talk show toxicity.
Yeah,
Was
I
that-
know that makes sense to me. I wasn't aware, and I guess I care.
And he at the time, I don't know if he still is, but he was really at the time of that everything that whenever all that was going on, he was like basically drinking very heavily. He would come to work he would either drink while he was at work or come to work hungover, that kind of stuff.
And there was good Jimmy and bad Jimmy days, and you can actually see episodes where he's drunk and slurring his words. And then there were times when he would come out and like he would cross things out, and then he would be like, "Who did this?" And it's like, you literally just did, you drunk ass.
Yeah,
I also want to take this time to mention: are you aware and do you care about the Horatio Sands and the underage fan that was settled outside of court?
What happened there?
So basically, a person who was like a Jimmy Fallon fan and part of a Jimmy Fallon fan club had a situation with Horatio Sands that Jimmy Fallon supposedly was aware enough of that, you know, this now is not surprising. So that's worth mentioning. Are you aware and do you care about that one?
I was not aware, and
Well, I don't even know what happened. What happened? I mean,
I would Google it. Google Horatio Sands and you'll see.
okay, I'll do that. Are
wait,
you
hold
aware-
on. Going back to Jim Todd a second, that would explain why he laughed in every sketch he's in on SNL.
Yep.
And
Who? Jimmy?
actually look at him on Saturday Night Live in the middle of every sketch, breaking.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
It does explain it. Are you aware and do you care that Lil Nas X received a bomb threat?
No idea who that person is.
All right. Are you aware and do you care that the Beastie Boys just got a street named Beastie Boys Plaza on Rivington and Ludlow in New York?
Oh,
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
that is awesome.
All right. Are you aware and do you care? Did we talk about Kanye?
No.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
The bear- he just got whatchamacallit, banned from boat in Venice.
From boat what?
From getting on a boat in Venice.
Like, imagine that. And they will know it's him. It's not like he's just a guy like we're about to talk about that can get away with it. Like, how
Yeah.
insane is that? Do you know what we're talking about, Nick?
No idea.
Mom, you can tell him.
Oh, apparently he and the wife were on one of the boats in Venice, and she basically got on her knees and blew him right there. So you saw his bare butt, and they took pictures of it.
Also, I do want to mention that they might not even really be married because it might not be a legally binding marriage.
It's
And
not
she looks
legally-
what?
It's not a legally binding marriage. Now they're calling him his companion.
Right, and she looks like Pete Davidson.
Wow.
Talking about
So-
Kanye.
I don't even
She
want to
looks like-
know the way
does
he
not like
abuses
Pete
her.
Davidson.
In
She looks like Kim Kardashian with short hair.
yeah, Kim Kardashian Davidson.
Got it.
Yeah.
We're talking about Kanye, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you aware of that? I guess not. And do you care? Probably not.
Not even a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
But this is relevant to the human hamster guy. He's been banned from the ocean. The guy who created a
the
human
sea.
hamster wheel to walk on the
Yeah.
ocean.
You cannot go into the ocean ever again.
He and
Yeah,
Kanye
he's
need to
banned
team up
from
and
the
become supervillains.
How are we
So
going?
beautiful.
How is that going
Wait,
to be
did-
enforced?
Did Aquaman have anything to do with that?
No, but Poseidon is currently patrolling all of the oceans.
Did you know that?
How is that going to be enforced?
That's what I want
Like,
to know. How are you
I
going to
By
enforce that?
Aquaman. By
I can
Aquaman.
gamble. My 13-year-old niece can gamble on international waters on a cruise. They're not going to enforce some idiot getting in the ocean in a fucking hamster wheel.
It sounds like
okay?
you care.
No, what I'm saying is that a 13-year-old niece can play blackjack on a cruise for real money in international waters. They're not gonna stop some dingus in a hamster wheel getting in the fucking ocean.
Yeah. Did you
How about
know?
you think?
So okay, so speaking of him,
Dinguses on a hamster wheel.
Yeah, specifically. Speaking of dinguses on hamster wheels.
Okay, so he actually previously he actually tried something similar to that. I don't know when it was, but a number of years ago, he
How
attempted.
many years ago? 2,000 years ago in Arimathea?
I don't know when it was, but anyway, he attempted to. He was in like just a giant like hamster wheel ball like thing, you know, like, and he was gonna manually walk in this big giant ball thing from New York, from the coast of New York down to Florida, like you know, down the whole East Coast.
And now he
But
wants to cross the Atlantic.
yeah, down the Atlantic
Let
coast.
him.
But the thing, okay, so he did not do it because of two reasons.
It's
He was
impossible.
gonna fucking die.
The first reason
The other one.
is because
It's
he
a bad
forgot-
idea.
Well, yeah, but he forgot his
He
GPS.
was gonna fucking die.
He forgot his
Let him
GPS
talk.
locator.
Sorry.
He forgot
Oh,
his.
because he was going to be able to have that thing, the GPS going for how long? There's no battery.
Maybe he
he
created
forgot-
a situation where hydro whatever and then the spinning creates energy to charge his batteries. You
Well,
don't know.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
That's fine.
he forgot his GPS locator, and he forgot the batteries for the Jeep. You know, for his.
How are you a
Is that
genius
all
enough
gonna
to
fit
invent
inside
this,
the
but
hamster
so
thing? And it's not going to like be going around with you, bopping you in the head.
I mean,
I mean, I'm just asking.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's.
I need
don't
to
know
see this
what he was
thing in
thinking.
action. The more we talk
mean, I
about
don't
it, the
know.
more I want to see.
I mean, I don't know
The
why.
hamster wheel?
Blow up. It was a blow up of a thing that was like a hamster.
Yeah,
wheel.
it was like
I
it was like a
balloons.
It's a balloon.
it was like
Ends in a
those-
balloon.
it was like those giant beach balls you see at the beach, like
Yeah.
that people blow up, you know, and like bounce around, you know, like toss up in the air. It was
See,
like
I
wonderful.
saw that. I'm like, okay,
I'm
talk about
thinking
getting
of the
publicity.
suit scene from The Office right now.
Remember, we don't fact check. Do your own fact checking.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
love
but
the way you
anyway,
say it. It's so
anatomy.
aggressive.
He forgot that stuff, so he turned around and he didn't attempt it. But and also, I mean, I don't know if you know these details about his current stunt, but he the reason he got arrested was because he
Was it dumbass?
well, yeah, basically. But so first of all, he told the Coast Guard that so he told him several things. He said that he had a knife. He said that he had a bomb, and he said he had something else. So he basically said, if you try to stop me, I'm going to kill myself, or I'm going to do that. I'm going to distinguish myself.
Distinguish.
I don't want to say the word online,
Yeah, I get it.
but I'm going to do this act if you try to stop me. So it will be your
Okay.
fault if this happens.
So Nick, are you aware and do you care?
Do I care about the dumbing of our people by doing stupid shit like this? Yes. Do I give a shit about this particular human being? No.
All right. And that was Are You Aware and Do You Care? Unless anyone has any more.
I was just going to end it with everything that he said that he had. He was bluffing. He didn't have any of that.
He just had balloons and a wheel. All right, this next segment is uplifting animal news. Where, Elaine is not here today, guys, but that's what it is. All right, where we talk about some uplifting animals to
Yeah,
cleanse
the
our
U.S.
planet.
Open.
What?
U.S. Open.
I don't know where she is today, actually. I think work, though. All right, guys. Are you aware?
Yes,
No,
I do.
sorry. This is just uplifting animal news. So there was a farting, smelly dog with saliva goo. A farting, smelly dog with saliva goo on a 13-hour flight, and a couple that had to sit next to it wants their money back. Then,
Oh, I saw that.
isn't that crazy?
I don't know. Think about it.
13-hour ride with a smelly dog.
Those people with the diarrhea got to go to somewhere else.
I'm sure also the people with diarrhea got
Something.
arrested for bioterrorism.
Bioterrorism.
Um,
Yeah,
No,
that was an
diarrhea
accident.
guy himself doesn't, but
diarrhea guy, just that was an accident, clearly.
Yeah. I think
Again, that was a very shitty situation.
I think this farting smelly dog with goo, saliva goo, probably, I hope that because of this dog, if I were to book with my dog as an emotional support animal, they would just give me a seat. Just give her a seat. Because if they had a seat for the dog, then the dog wouldn't have been a problem because a human would have buffered. I don't know, just putting it out there. I think it'd be cheaper to give dogs seats than to pay for this couple's flight. What?
They're just not going to give you a seat. You're going to have to pay for it.
But they
Pay for the seat.
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't pay for the seat.
Okay, but do
Pay
you
for
think
the
this human that had the dog is going to pay the couple, or do you think the airline is going to pay the couple? Or is no one paying the couple?
So the couple, the people that were sitting beside.
What?
So the people that were sitting beside the
I
dog.
don't think the couple's going to win their lawsuit, but I think the airline might give them somebody to shut them up.
Right, and I think a seat for a dog is cheaper than whatever they're going to give them. What were you saying, Eric?
Oh, I was just trying to clarify that is what the facts were. That the people that were sitting beside the smelly dog want their money back.
Right.
Basically. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Doesn't mean they're going to get.
Biscuit, a 100-year-old tortoise, has been reunited with their human. However, they were found in a canal. So are we really helping this tortoise by reuniting? I don't know if a canal is safe for a tortoise. Like, I don't really know. It's 100 years old, and it wanted to go to a canal. I feel like, I don't know.
And
morale.
Who took it, or who rescued it, or
so
whatever?
it belonged to Biscuit belonged to a human, and somehow Biscuit got out of their container, their home, and found themselves in a canal. They were found in a canal. But the fact that they were found in a canal tells me that they're not happy in their home, and they're 100 fucking years old. Give them what they want.
What kind of turtle?
Tortoise?
Maybe they were just looking for the way
home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aw, maybe. All right, 60 days after that house collapsed in the water. I don't know if you saw that house that just like fell into the water. 26 days after that house collapsed, the cat has been reunited with their humans.
Oh,
yeah.
That's great.
They were just a little skinnier, but they're okay.
What?
Do you guys remember that giraffe that was without
the spotted giraffe?
What's the name of it? What they named it?
They did, and it wasn't Waffles, and I'm very upset it's not Waffles because it should be Waffles. It's Kipiki. Kipiki. I don't even know. It's Kipekee.
I knew it was a unique name.
Yeah. And there's a 20-year-old giraffe in hospice care in a zoo. I want to go snuggle it. A dog has accepted a national television award for Paul O'Grady and gives their own speech. I don't know what it is, but you guys should check it out on the Kathryn Dunn Show. Are you uplifting animal news? And Are You Wearing Do You Care? Devil bird spotted in central New York, and more are expected to arrive. Devil bird. I don't know. That sounds ominous, but it also sounds like the time. I also want to mention that we probably were raptured and not invited because we're all a bunch of heathens. And I keep seeing 666 on cars in front of me. Pretty sure this is hell. All right. The bird is not typically found in the North U.S. Settle this. I don't know how that got there. All right. Big Cat Sanctuary. What?
So how did it get here?
The devil bird?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know when the portal to hell opened up because we're all heathens, is my guess.
Gotcha.
But, I'm sure you could listen to the science. We don't fact check. There probably is a scientific reason for this devil bird, and I don't even know what devil bird's about. Do check out Big Cat Sanctuary. They're up to some things right now, some big things. Delta, another flight situation, has lost a dog. Just lost a dog. Lost!
What?
Yeah. Delta.
Wow.
You expect that from Spirit. You expect that from United. You expect that from American. You don't expect that from Delta.
Have I said fuck American Airlines yet this show?
No.
Not today.
Okay.
Fuck American
So I'm
Airlines.
going to say fuck American Airlines.
Yeah. Because that's where you expect that shit to happen. All right. A fish has gotten an MRI. They kept it lubricated.
United.
What?
United.
Yeah, United is terrible. Spirit is terrible. It's basically an Airbus from what I hear. I've not been on it. A fish got an MRI. They kept it wet and sedated. What?
Can't confirm that it's basically a bus.
Yeah. An escaped vervet monkey was spotted in Fort Lauderdale and is searching for love in South Florida. And they said that the particular motive is exactly that. And I hope you find what you're looking for. All right. Halloween decor is bad for animals. It's bad for owls. Please don't use that stupid fake spider web. Owls get caught in it. It's not good. Also, stop using glue traps in general. Oracle, check out Woodstock Farm Sanctuary. They're trying to get Oracle, this beautiful goat that lives in a Beacon cemetery, Beacon, New York cemetery, to, come to the sanctuary. Do give them whatever help you can. A worried bat clings to busy sidewalk until somebody finally stops to help them. That happened to me in New York. I thought it was a Batman symbol. Everybody was surrounding it. I'm like, oh, that's weird, viral marketing. And then I put this beautiful animal I threw my Chinese food out and I put it in the container, and then I brought it all the way downtown, and then I checked on it again, and this bat flew out. It was amazing. I felt like magic. All right. And a good Samaritan was walking by when they noticed the small bat barely clinging to the edge of the sidewalk, and I'm guessing that everything is okay.
Everything is awful.
Yes, but that bat is okay. All right, that was Uplifting Animal News. Does anybody have anything else that they want to add?
Yeah. It's not really uplifting, but it's news. There has been an alligator. I don't even remember what.
Jersey.
It was. No, it wasn't in Jersey. It was in Florida. I forget what part of Florida, but it had.
Oh, I hate this story.
It had been spotted somewhere in Florida, and the top part of its I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, that's a different one. Yes, the top part of
so its mouth, the top
it was
part
caught in a trap.
Missing. Yeah, so they think that it was caught in a trap and it got cut off, and it's fairly small. So right now they think that it's feeding on like bugs and stuff, but obviously as it grows, it can't do that. So they're trying to find it so they can capture it and hopefully they can help it, but it's being very elusive and people are having trouble finding it. So
I didn't know that one was elusive. I thought they caught it because I saw pictures of it. That said, I hope they find it. I hope they're able to create like a denture type situation, a fake, like a prosthetic. What?
Yeah,
prosthetic.
Yeah, like a prosthetic.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right. I mean, because I saw it it was 2 days ago whenever I saw the story. So
I just saw a headline. I didn't.
They may have caught it by now. Who knows?
I hope so. Speaking of, they may have caught it. They did finally catch the New Jersey gator, and Jersey gator is going to, I believe, a sanctuary or a zoo. Hopefully, sanctuary, but definitely someplace that's not bad for this gator. So I'm happy about that.
And one more thing, I just wanted to mention that the devil bird, is actually it's native to the northeastern part of the United States. So it's starting to migrate more up. It's starting to migrate more northern now for some reason. But
where is it from originally? Or it's native to here? You said that.
Northeast United States.
Wow.
I mean, no, not north. No. Sorry, southeast United States.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my mind is.
No, that's fair. I'm like, so it's native to where it is, but it's going higher. All right.
Yeah, it's native to the south. It's native to the southeast, but it's migrating more to the northeast.
Okay, so it's a southern bird. All right, that was Uplifting Animal News. I hope you feel uplifted. Now it's time for That Reminds Me. And the word to get started is Devil Bird.
Devil bird reminds me of angel food cake.
Really? Angel food cake reminds me that I don't like angel food cake.
Devil bird reminds me of some really spicy chicken wings.
Really spicy chicken wings reminds me that I don't eat animals.
Devil bird reminds me of the Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons remind me of the time that I found a kestrel or hawk in Greece, and I really have questions.
Questions remind me of me loving trivia.
Trivia reminds me that I really like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I might be getting better at that trivia.
But speaking of trivia, is Jeopardy? Do you have ABC?
Does that remind you of something,
Okay,
Lucy?
so there's something going on with Disney, and that's the end of that. That reminds me. I think something's up. We still have Disney. We still have Jeopardy, but we saw something saying that Spectrum customers will be losing Disney. And I wanna get conspiracy theorist on you.
Remember when we had it? We had it in New York with Cablevision, and it was ABC again. It was all those channels. Wasn't Disney necessarily at the time. It was called something else. But there was no ABC, and that was right by the Academy Awards. And we were streaming it, and all of a sudden it came back on.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I do, because it was the Academy Awards. I was frantic.
Well, do you remember which Academy Awards?
The one that Alec Baldwin was with Steve Martin.
Yeah, the one where Alec Baldwin was being a terrible human being.
No. When he and Steve, I think it was Steve Martin and Alec Baldwin were the hosts.
I don't remember that ever happening. I don't remember Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin?
It was all a dream.
I think it was Baldwin.
Right.
I'll Google it and let you know.
Please do. Google it. No, I don't know any of that. I don't remember any of that. But I do think that there's something going on. Okay, so if Disney is pro-gay rights and Florida is anti-rights, human rights, it seems like there's a strike going on that says Disney bad. There's this stuff where people aren't allowed to watch what they want to watch because Disney bad. And I still don't think the strike is real. I know that it's really happening, and I know that we really need everything that we're striking for, but I don't understand why it's 2 hours, and I don't understand why it's during an election. And I also want to point out that the last strike happened during the great, housing crash in 2008. So I think something's up with these strikes. I could be completely insane, but I'm a huge conspiracy nut. And I've decided that it's all just a giant conspiracy, and so is our cable. And I think that Disney needs to be the bad guy, so they're finding all these reasons to make Disney a bad guy. Also, Disney just might be evil. I don't know. That was who that reminds me. And now it's time for
I have a question about that.
I Googled it.
What's the question?
It's exactly what I said, but it was in 2010.
What?
What does Tucker think about this?
Baldwin co-hosted the 82nd Academy Awards with Steve Martin in 2010.
Oh my God. I'm on the timeline where Sinbad was in a genie movie. Who won? Wait, 2010. Yeah. Who won anything? Who was Best Picture that year?
I don't remember.
So I don't even understand what the deal is with Disney. I don't know what's going on.
What about them? What exactly is the why are they the bad guy right now?
Yeah, the cable. I don't know anything that you just said.
Oh, okay.
I don't know any of that.
I'll try and explain it better. So my grandmother calls me and tells me that she doesn't have ESPN. She can't watch the U.S. Open. She wants to watch the U.S. Open, but she can't because she doesn't have USPN. She doesn't have USPN because her cable provider and Disney something where because of Disney she doesn't have access to ESPN. And I don't know what the reason is.
No ESPN, no CNN, none of the channels that are owned by Disney, and ABC is one of them. But she still has ABC.
Right. And then we over here in Brooklyn, right after I had this conversation with my grandmother, maybe a day or two later, because we're no, we're not affected by this yet that we know of.
Yes.
I see a commercial saying Spectrum customers, pretty soon you're going to lose channels because of Disney. And it's okay, there's thumbs up. They didn't say it like that, but still, something is up. But it could also just be, simple. It doesn't seem simple. It seems very strange. But yes.
Years ago, 2010, with the Academy Awards, that time, it was, there was some other Schnaps, whatever it was, Scripps. And they also had Food Network and ABC, all of that. And they were in with Cablevision, so it didn't happen. Anyway, they settled right at the Academy Awards. 10 minutes into the Academy Awards, 15, they settled.
I mean, come on. How is that not a thing? In the first 15 minutes, they've done what? Best actor, best supporting actor and actress?
Best supporting something, but it wasn't. Actually, it was less than that. because it was the no, they hadn't given an award yet. I don't think. I think it was during their opening.
See, and the opening probably wasn't that good to begin with.
Right. I mean, without Joan Rivers, the Academy Award openings have sucked historically.
I'm sorry. Did Billy Crystal not exist? Did this film direct itself? Hurt
No,
Locker.
what I'm saying is that without Joan Rivers commenting on the best dressed,
Oh yeah.
look, Melissa's done a fine job, but come on, realistically, we want the starkiest woman who has ever existed to do the dress commentary.
It's true. She did great.
The Hurt Locker is what won in 2010. All right, so now it's time for.
No, but when you're saying this movie directed itself, that was Billy Crystal and that was Prince of Tides with Barbara Streisand.
Yes, I am aware. It was Billy Crystal. My reference was to Billy Crystal. This is Ask Mom, where y'all get to ask my mom anything.
Academy Awards, I gotcha.
Yes. My question is, do you remember that hawk? What did we feed it?
We tried to feed it. I don't remember it eating.
What did we try to feed it?
I don't know. Meat.
Okay, good. Because I've
else are you gonna try to feed a hawk? Really?
Yeah, I've literally stayed up at night, just worried that we didn't feed that poor baby and that's what happened to it.
No, it was sick.
Okay, I feel better knowing that we tried.
It was sick. We tried. It was sick. It was sick.
Because I didn't remember feeding it anything.
I don't think it ate. But it would have been meat. What else are you going to feed a hawk, for Christ's sakes?
I know, but I don't remember us having raw meat.
You could have fed him chicken tenders.
You monster.
We found it at a fish restaurant, didn't we?
Yes. Maybe we fed it fish too.
Really? I mean, look, I am in fact a monster. I am aware of it.
We know. Yeah,
Very
no.
proud of it.
Yeah, he self-identifies as a proud monster. You're a Gaga fan, basically. She calls her fans monsters. Yeah, she calls her fans monsters. But yeah, Eric, we did find a hawk. Sorry, go on.
You have a problem with Lady Gaga now?
Yeah, because you're affiliated with her.
Look, if I'm affiliated with Lady Gaga, I'm doing way better than what I think I am.
Aw, all right, well, good for you. I almost want to celebrate you, but you're still a savage animal-eating monster, you flesh beast. Yeah, so what happened was
Let me ask you a question,
Go
Kathryn. I know this is ask Mom, but let's ask. Can I ask? I'm going to ask Kathryn a question. If animals weren't so delicious, I'm sorry, that was terrible.
Do you know how delicious you'd be if I cooked you with some sesame oil?
Careful, Nick.
Yeah,
I will go full Dahmer if I have to. Okay? And you can ask Dahmer. You can ask Ed Gaines. You can ask Albert Fish. You can ask all of these people how delicious your rump would taste. If I cut it and fed it to you, you would eat it. Have you seen Red Dragon? I will Red Dragon you one day.
I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about that scene whenever you were talking about that.
I have seen Red Dragon.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it wasn't Red Dragon. Was it with the one with the brain?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that
Red Dragon?
Well, it's either Red Dragon or Hannibal. It was Hannibal.
Hannibal.
It was Hannibal.
Okay. Is that the one
With Edward Norton? Yes, it is. Ray Liotta. The other one, yes.
Yeah.
Juliette Moore.
No.
Julianne
Red
Moore.
Dragon
That was good.
Hannibal was with what's her name? Julianne Moore instead.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ray Liotta's brain was getting eaten.
Yeah, that was like a prequel. Right.
Yeah, which was Red Dragon.
My favorite line in that movie is when Gary Oldman says, "It sounded like a good idea at the time."
I did at the time.
I love that. You like. I shouldn't, but I do. You look at this poor man, and it's like, he told me to cut my face off and feed it to my dog. And it's like,
Wait,
why did you do that? It sounded like a good idea at the time.
I never knew that.
Amazing writing, amazing acting. Sorry, what were you saying, Eric?
My favorite line.
I was just saying, I never knew that's who that was, the actor.
Yeah, he's amazing. Transformative actor. What were you saying, Nick?
Nobody knew who it was until the credits.
Well, some people did, but yeah, no, nobody
I
knew
didn't
because
know
it was
who
nobody
it-
could tell. Who could tell?
You didn't know who it was until the credits.
I might have
I didn't know-
nerded out and already known.
I didn't know it until like a
You
minute
did
ago.
not.
Did
You don't
you
know.
IMDb, Catherine?
What?
Did you look it up on the internet?
I might have.
There was no
Oh
internet.
my
then.
God. Catherine looks, if you don't want to watch a movie with Catherine, because every 5 minutes we pause it, she's got to look up who it is and the whole story as we're going through the whole movie. A 2-hour movie gets into 6 hours. It's nasty.
But
It's
she's the kind of
amazing.
person That's there. So I'm a big Harry Potter nerd, and I went to a midnight release at a bookstore, and there were jackasses with T-shirts that said, "Dumbledore dies on page 563."
Oh,
You know
I'm
what?
like, the book was literally like at the midnight release for the book. There were jackasses wearing that T-shirt.
Really?
Was it true?
Wow.
Does it happen on that page?
Yeah,
Okay, because I would make a shirt that says that and be wrong.
right. It's like
the page on 42.
I'm gonna do a 25-year-old spoiler.
Yeah.
So-
Also, by the way, spoiler. You spoiled it. I didn't know that. You monster.
So 3, 2,
What,
1.
the Dumbledore dies?
Oh my
Yeah,
God! Why does everybody keep saying that? Now I can't watch it
I've never seen it.
or read it.
I don't-
No, I
I
didn't
don't
know
read
that Dumbledore dies. I also stopped watching Harry Potter after the first whatever, and now that she's a TERF, I don't care about Harry Potter.
I mean, I never was really interested from the beginning. I mean, just because it's not my thing. I mean, to be honest.
Like
I love the book. I really did.
I cared
Well,
because my
listen.
family cared.
I love the books. I love the story. Look, I'm real. She may be a terrible person, but that doesn't mean that she's not a good writer. And I read the books long before that was discovered.
Right.
Exactly.
So I still appreciate the books.
I mean, I still
I
like
had-
Alice in Wonderland, considering he's a monster and a suspect in Jack the Ripper. Like,
I read
They
actually.
found out who Jack the Ripper was
when?
recently.
Stop. They find
Yeah,
out who
go.
Jack the Ripper is every 10 minutes. Is it real this time?
No, I don't know. I saw it on my favorite news source, Facebook.
Okay, I don't think this is real because
Yes,
H.H.
Mom.
Holmes is Jack the Ripper.
No, it was. Ah, come on.
Are you talking
It
about
was
Jack the
somebody-
Ripper or Zodiac?
Jack the Ripper, England.
No, I'm very
Oh,
aware of who
dude.
he is. Who he? Because I read a book
Hey,
years
Catherine.
ago.
No, now this is just now. Some
Hey,
kind of
Lucy, what's your favorite
DNA.
pizza topping?
Just now.
cheese.
Nice.
I thought she was gonna say pineapple. I was like, and we're
No.
or
That's
cut
not-
olives.
Lucy,
like-
what's your favorite dessert?
Oh God, pavlova or cheesecake?
I love cheesecake.
I
Hey,
do love
Lucy, who was your favorite Captain Kirk?
There's only one Captain Kirk. What are you talking about? Hey, Chris Pine is not Captain Kirk. He's adorable. Love him, adore him. He's not Captain Kirk.
So what
Right.
you're saying is
Who's
she
Chris
is
Pine
the
playing a younger
bad
version?
of Shatner.
Shatner is Shatner. He's my favorite Star Trek captain. Is that what you're asking? As opposed to which was my favorite Kirk?
No, I wanted to know who was your favorite Captain Kirk.
He's my favorite narrator too.
He's a great narrator and singer.
He's a very good narrator. Yeah. Just has
Okay.
that voice.
I Jack the Ripper update.
Denny Crane.
Lucy, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, you're killing me.
Don't
Oh,
kill
you're
my
so
mom,
fucking
Nick. You're already a monster.
You're killing me here. You're killing me. Okay. That's a really, really rough one.
And then I have a follow-up question.
Ah,
Go ahead.
Oh man.
Do the three movies that do episodes 1, 2, and 3 and 7 and 9 count?
well, hold on.
No,
Answer
Only
the
episodes
question.
that came out in the 70s.
Okay, good. That's the correct answer.
Yeah, we are
Right.
old.
Only
We are an
episodes
Old
that count
Testament
came out in
family.
the 70s. What is that? Episode 4, 5, and 6 or something?
4, 5, and 6, yeah.
Okay, 4, 5, and 6 count. The other ones were crap. Can't buy into them. Not buying into them. They're not Star Wars.
No, and
Okay.
we are an Old
Okay.
Testament family.
And now, as far as Star Trek goes, Yeah, that's a really rough one because I can tell you that when when Star Trek the movie came out, which was like in 1980, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
I remember going to that movie and just so looking forward to it. I mean, all of that, the whole Vija thing and everything. But I'll never forget, like when Bones came in, the whole theater went Bones. So it was just love that, love that. Yeah, I love my Star. Love them both.
Lucy.
Well, which one do you love
Star
more?
Wars
Sophie's choice. It's the
Oh,
good
God,
child. You
it's
have to
like
let one go.
I can't.
You have to. You have to pick. You are
I
trapped
guess
on an
I
island
loved
and you can only
Star
watch
Trek
one.
First.
What?
I guess I loved Star Trek first, but Star Wars changed everything.
Boo. I'm a Star
Okay,
Wars and I'm an Old Testament and I don't believe in the New Testament Star Wars and I hate everything else that is a show. It doesn't matter. I don't like it and I'm not watching it.
Star Wars changed everything.
Yep.
I mean, that was when you saw Star Wars, you're like, okay, this is something phenomenal.
What's your favorite Indiana Jones movie?
I think I know.
I just saw the new one and it was crap.
You know, well,
Indiana Jones.
what's his name?
It's Harrison Ford?
Yeah, sorry.
Or
yeah.
Sean Connery?
Harrison
or
Ford.
Chris Pratt?
Maybe the first one. Maybe the first one.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Maybe the first one.
But okay, I just wanted to add. Okay, so recently they were doing like some press for the movie, and Harrison Ford, I forget the exact way that it was a question he got, basically saying that, you know,
should anybody ever replace you?
The reporter, well, actually, no, the reporter was like, you know, they started off saying, well, I still think that you're really hot. And there was a scene in the movie apparently where he had to take his shirt off, and he was basically asked about how he felt about having to take his shirt off or whatever, and he basically got upset about the question, and you know, and kind of
He said, I don't care.
blew him off.
I just saw the movie, crap movie, but whatever.
But
he does have his shirt off because he's going next door to the neighbors because they wake him up to basically tell him shut up. So
but
they had to do.
He was asked about that scene or how he felt about having to be shirtless.
Stupid scene. There was no reason for it whatsoever.
And he got upset. Like he's like, that was a dumb question, you know.
It was.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
If that question was so dumb, why am I Googling his body right now?
Anyway, it was a.
Hey, Lucy, do you prefer green grapes or purple grapes?
Green.
Really?
Red or white wine.
No, I like red wine better. I don't like white wine unless it's fizzy. I like the champagne.
Champagne.
What is your favorite kind of champagne?
Oh, I want to say Stoli Bolivar, but it's not.
It's
pink. I like pink champagnes. I like rosés. Veuve Clicquot.
Yeah.
Or Tatten.
Or what?
Tattingers.
I don't know that one. I know that you like what you just said.
Veuve.
Yeah.
Veuve, darling. Veuve.
Yeah, exactly.
Rosé.
Veuve, darling. Veuve. All right, so in answer to the thing that you said earlier, I would have totally known if Jack the Ripper was actually figured out. I feel much better knowing that I put Jack the Ripper is and nothing came up. But what did come up 10 days ago was on this day in history, Jack the Ripper claimed his first victim. That was August 31st, 1888. Which reminds me...
On this day in history, nothing was solved.
It's time for This From Memory.
Okay. Don't ask me for any follow-up information because I don't really know it.
Love it.
On this day in 2003, Sweden's foreign minister, Anna Lindh, is stabbed while shopping and dies the next day. And
Oh, I
nothing
remember
was
that.
solved.
Wow.
You remember that?
I remember that.
Oh, wow. Can you, I don't know a lot about it. What?
No, I remember just that happened. But there's also
okay.
Sweden had a prime minister that was also killed, Palma something. I guess they do that over there. Jack the Ripper, Chaim Hyams,
Okay.
July 17th, 2023. His identified distinctive physical character. For the first time in history, Jack the Ripper can be identified.
Okay, send me that link because I haven't heard this.
Just put in Jack the Ripper revealed and you'll find out.
Yeah. Okay, send me the link. That's how, you just send it. It's
not a
so
link.
easy.
I just Googled that and a whole lot of crap came up.
Oh my God, Lucy, it's so easy to send a link. You got this.
Oh my God.
We believe in you.
Yeah. So it was an unsolved murder? Like it literally nothing was solved. It wasn't solved, the Swedish thing? Matt or my mom?
He said don't ask him.
I don't
Don't
know.
ask
He said that
him.
he
He
didn't know
doesn't
any
know anything
follow-up.
about it.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm asking
I know.
follow-up.
Right.
Are you ate up a dumbass?
I love saying that. Lucy, is it unsolved? You know about it. Was it ever solved?
Oh my.
All right, this has been the Kathryn Dunn Show. Eric, do you have anything for us? Some parting words? All right, great. That was a lovely way to go out. Check out
Let them
Matt C's
know.
podcast. Check out Eric Prater's podcast. Check out my mom on tour, but I won't let you know where she is, you psychos. This has been the Kathryn Dunn Show. Do check that out. If anybody wants to talk more about the thing they're doing, please do so.
Check it. I can't find the freaking link.
All right. Thanks, guys. Love you and goodbye. This is so great. Excellent show and stage presence.
Kathryn, just put in Jack the Ripper revealed and it'll come up.